Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Sundering Tarot. If you're new here, hi! I do a weekly live stream. This is not my usually appointed time for this. Unfortunately, I've switched departments at work, so my schedule is all over the place. So instead of doing this live stream in the afternoon, I'm now doing this at 5:30 in the morning, my time, because I live on the West Coast. So, love it, hate it for the time change, let me know. So this will be different for those catching me in the live stream or those watching the playback. And other news, my poll for our Deck Strength versus Weakness series that I have my subscribers vote on is now closed. We do have a tie, and that is with the Elemental Empath Oracle and the Magical Dogs. I've never featured an Oracle deck in that series as of yet, so I chose the Elemental Empath Oracle for our December's deck of the month. I also have our new poll for January up, so if anyone likes my Deck Strength versus Weakness series, you can now go to my community tab and vote for the next set. And yes, there is one Oracle deck and 3 Tarot decks. In fact, Wisdom of the Oracle that we'll be using for our live stream is the Oracle deck that is on there, as well as the Golden Journey, the Mermaid Tarot, and I put the Magical Dogs Tarot back on the poll as well. First, this is for your Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 3rd of December through the 9th of December. We're going to be starting with Aries, as usual. What's going on for Aries placements? We have Here and Now, and I will be taking reversals from this deck. Serendipity, Deep Knowing, No Place Like Home, and Message in a Bottle. Okay, Aries. Anytime you get an inkling of something, trust it. That's probably your subconscious, your intuition, maybe even a nudge from your guides, your ancestors, trying to actually let you know things. So don't question it, don't doubt it, go with it. You might have a really offhand thought that is actually rising up, and it's from you or from source. So go with it. Don't say, well, that was just a random thought and it was totally nuts, so we're just going to ignore that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. There's probably something there, and you need to start paying attention to it. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have Breathe in the reverse. Okay. This one first, okay. Flexible in the reverse. Oof, okay. Yin in the reverse. Yang. Okay, Higher Power and Chaos and Conflict. And I hope I scrunched that in to where you could see all the cards. Okay. Fixed signs being what they are, this is very much our energy, and I say that because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a fixed sign. I'm a Scorpio sun. But even if you're not a fixed sign, you can always embody this energy. When you automatically do something on routine or in a certain way over and over again, like I said, something routine, probably something you're comfortable with, you don't question or doubt or think there's a different way of doing it, a new way of doing it. You're not willing to try something new, or you just do something automatically the same over and over because you dislike change, whichever way that is. When you realize that doing so really makes you uncomfortable, it does not bring happiness or joy. It is not serving your highest good by any means. Remember, Sometimes a new action, trying something new, being flexible, being adaptable is actually exactly what you need to see in order to overcome. Okay, so you might need to get out of your way a little bit this week for Taurus placements. There's probably some area where you're being way too rigid, and what you need to do is actually be adaptable, be flexible, learn to do something different. And maybe this is something that normally would work, but outside circumstances being what they are now making it an obstruction. So you have to adapt to the environment. Okay, Gemini. Okay. Between Worlds in the reverse. I feel like this is a change. Not in a chapter, just a change. What is this? Loyal heart and come to the edge. Okay, so we're making some daring changes. So either you're executing this week, or you're coming to the realization that a daring change is needed. Something that you probably see as a risk, or something you know that is going to be uncomfortable, that might actually require that leap of faith. Okay, so hesitation might be your thing this week of, oh, no, wait, that's a bit much. Nope. Nope, that's scary. Nope, there's no going back from that. Even though it's actually something for your own good, something that's probably expressing yourself more, trusting the universe more, maybe even trusting somebody else. I get more of the word trust than anything else. And the biggest energy out of this, since it is a collective reading for all Gemini placements, I feel like you need to learn to trust yourself, to make the change, to go through with it, despite any risk, because it's needed. Okay, so you're probably going to have to come to terms that there's a change. Yes, it's maybe unopened on the other end, so an unknown. Yes, it's risky. Yes, it's scary, but it's essential. It's needed. Oh, okay. Well, need that section, so I guess we'll split it there. Cancer. What's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Okay, I'm going it this way. We have chop wood, time to go in the reverse, and truth be told in the reverse. Okay, so where are we lying to ourselves? There's things that really need to go, really need to end. And we're not wanting to move on. We're not wanting to be honest about the subject. Either with ourselves, or we realize somebody's being dishonest with us and that person needs to be called out. That person needs to go. Maybe they're toxic. Okay. So is other people lying to us, or are we lying to ourselves about something? There might be a little, you know, smoke and mirrors going on that needs to be addressed. Okay, and they're wanting to highlight this little window in the body of this owl. You might need to open or broach that subject. So instead of closing it off and hiding it, the smoke and mirrors, you really need to open that door and take a look at it. Now's the time. Okay. I try not to give you guys homework, but apparently some weeks it's unavoidable. Leo. What's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Exchanging gifts. Ooh, peace in the reverse. Observer in the reverse. Looks like there's more. There it is. Okay, let me scrunch these in. Fork in the road in the reverse. Happy, happy. Here and now. Serendipity. And unfinished symphony. Okay. Interesting. Kind of similar energy, but not the same. Okay. And yeah, I did not get that in a straight line, did I? Never asked me to put anything in a straight line. I'll fail. I know I will. There's actually something that you're putting a lot of energy into. And it feels almost like as stressful as it may be, you might feel a little weary, tired. Maybe even stretched a little thin. You're not looking at that aspect of whatever you're doing. And in fact, you're not choosing anything different either because it makes you happy. So it's like one of those, you have a habit that you do, say after work, that has nothing to do with work. And no matter how exhausted you are from work, you do this, even if it costs you something, because doing it in that moment makes you happy. So it's not something that you're going to give up. I don't want to say this is a stubborn energy because there's no stubbornness there. Maybe this is a habit you do. Maybe this is a hobby you do. But there's something here that, despite anything else going on, you deem it worth it to put your energy into it. Even if it costs you extra hours. This low right here, if this is something that energizes you on some level, and you need that, maybe it's some me time. So pay attention to that. See what you can come up with, what you identify with, that seems to be something people would probably tell you to stop, or you might think about stopping despite enjoying it so much, simply because you're missing out on something else that you've been ignoring. I will say it's not so much of an imbalance that you're ignoring other things in favor of this. I don't get an off-balance energy. I just get that this is something that probably you need to do more of, or find a way to manage in better, because it's something that you want to keep. It's something that you enjoy, something that gives back, so ups your vibration. Like I said, if this is self-care or you time, you checking out from public, other people, to recharge yourself, that is fantastic. Okay. Identify what that is. For me, I know exactly what that is. I am a Leo rising. And for me, that is literally this YouTube channel. So, yeah. Okay, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's going on with you for the week of December 3rd through the 9th? Orphaned in the reverse. Happy, happy. And soulmates. Okay. Now, just because the soulmate card came out does not mean this is a love energy. For most of you, it is not. Just think of it as the Two of Cups. You're partnering with something. Okay, so if you felt jilted, or I think this is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. If you felt a little down lately, if you felt jilted by somebody, maybe ignored, or just kind of, like things are just the same old, you know, the same shit, different day energy, that's actually going to change this week, because you have something to get excited about. Whether this is going back to something previous that you enjoyed, maybe you reinvigorating an old hobby, or whether this is discovering as something new that actually brings you joy. You have something to be excited about. So, something that makes life a little less dull. I can appreciate that. Because sometimes with the humdrum of a life, of society, we just kind of feel a little spot in your week. So, something to look forward to. Exchanging gifts. Okay. That was a little chaotic. Message in a bottle. Which way? We have yen and milk and honey. Alright, that's interesting. Feels like you're actually receiving something with the exchanging gifts. So it could be a literal gift. I don't feel like this is a piece of advice or, you know, an email, a phone call. So maybe you're... There you go. Maybe you're doing like a secret Santa at work, exchanging gifts. Yeah, it feels like a gift with a note on it. So whether this is like a secret Santa at work, maybe your own family does a secret Santa for the whole family, you know, you pull for whatever boy or girl you... And this actually pleases you. Whatever you get pleases you. Whether this is something that you wanted and couldn't afford yourself. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's going on for my fellow Scorps? We have here and now, chop wood. Oh, round and round. Feels like there's more there. Observer in the reverse and building blocks. Okay. Time to do a little, well, it wouldn't be spring cleaning. I don't know what you would call that, but similar to spring cleaning. Clearing out the clutter. There we go. Okay, maybe you got too many stacks of, folded laundry or something that needs to just be organized and put away. Perhaps you're needing to literally clean your house. And haven't noticed how things have accumulated. Perhaps it's time to actually sit down and go, okay, I have not enough space. Let's go through all this stuff and see what we can donate. See what we can regift. Clearing out the clutter. It feels like this is something you need to execute. Clutter to clear out stagnation. Because it'll help build a healthier environment for you. So I'm getting more space, but when you're in a cluttered environment, it also clutters your mind. So anytime you have trouble building, manifesting, things like that, sometimes it's just because the energy around you has stagnated. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So just first, all that glitters, the change in the wind, peace in the reverse, and unfinished symphony. Okay. Seems like there's something in your life. So what was all that glitters is no longer gold. And that doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. Or at least not this week. Maybe it will later. They're not. It was beautiful to have. But here this week or recently has changed. Focus on those areas. There might be a root cause that you're needing. Oh, okay. Numbers, number time. A change in the wind is 12. So, hangman energy. Yeah, time to get a new perspective on that. What glittered before is no longer gold. Okay, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Co-creation in the reverse. Unfinished symphony in the reverse. And chop wood. Feels like there might be one more. Not for you. Uh-huh. There we go. Uphill battles. Sometimes we wish to have things and we do nothing but hit roadblocks. And that's actually a sign of, hey, do not pass. And that's kind of the image I'm getting, is Gandalf in the Mines of Moria. You shall not pass. Some things just really aren't for you. And you need to stand up and pay attention to the signs when they block you from walking through a door, from walking from one opportunity to the next. And this seems to be something that you're realizing in a certain area. So we're putting something down. We're walking away from something. We're realizing, oh, the energy I throw at this comes up against a roadblock. Why is that? Oh, it's not for me. Okay, so this is either going to damage me more. It just wasn't meant for me to begin with. There's something better. Okay. So someplace there's a sign that says, you shall not pass. Where is that? Find it. Pay attention. Stop trying to force it. You might hurt yourself if you force it. Okay, Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have Thinker in the reverse. Truth be told. Here and now. And Poised in the reverse. You're not ready. Okay. That's the phrase I get. You're not ready. So either you're not thinking about something in a certain area because of what is revealed or how it plays out. So you're taking a step back from it because you're not ready. Or there's something that you need to stop thinking about because it's either going to harm or hinder you in some way. And it's best to walk away from that subject. I don't know, maybe you're just thinking about starting a relationship with somebody and you're not ready. So it's best to not think about that person, not think about, moving forward. Yeah, you're not ready. Okay, so where are your thoughts leading you? What subject is this? And for some of you, it is love, because they're highlighting the hearts and the truth be told. So probably there's somebody you shouldn't be thinking about. Maybe it's an ex. Okay, I'm going to disconnect from that energy. So not being ready for something. Either something you aren't thinking about because you're not ready. So you've stepped back recently, or something you need to quit thinking about because you're not ready. Alright, and we are already to the end of our zodiac. This is for our last sign, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And that was a little chaotic. Looks like there's at least one more in there somewhere. There we go. Why? Higher power, happy, happy, and the fates reversed. Okay, so what have you been disappointed in? Because it feels like you're... Aha, there it is. There was another one. Okay, that makes more sense now, thank you. Something better. That explains why I was getting the phrase something better. Okay, so something was either denied you or went wrong, and that confused you in some way. But it was all for your intentional good, for your future happiness. So even if things are not as you want them to be right now, they are not what they seem. Remember, rejection is God's protection. Some things really aren't meant for you, aren't meant to play out. The universe will block you from certain opportunities that, although might be good for you, but there's something better with this new life card. So perhaps an opportunity got skipped over. You got rejected in some format. And that's all because there's something better for you in the future. Something better. Something better. Okay. Oh, they want me to point out how she's hugging herself. You're actually being protected. So you should take comfort in that. So if you are confused and upset about a missed opportunity or something not playing out the way you had hoped, the way you wanted, remember, you're being protected. Take comfort in the fact that something better is on its way. It will be made available, something that will actually bring you happiness. So whatever fell through, whatever failed or didn't get received, whatever happiness you thought was there, you're going to see probably that and more with this a new thing, something better. Okay. That's always a good energy to have after we get over the questioning stage, the denial stage, the disappointment. And sometimes that's difficult to move on from. And that's why they're wanting you to take comfort in it. That you're instead being held in love and support. So don't worry so much. There's something better. All right, my lovelies. That is all the Zodiac signs. Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 3rd through the 9th. So hopefully that will give you a good forecast for the week. I hope it was enlightening. Thank you so much for joining me, whether that was in the live stream or in the playback. I will try to get back to my regular time. However, work being what it is, I'm going to bounce around for a couple weeks. So don't be surprised. I will put this in the live stream playlist for those of you that like to utilize playlists. So you will be able to find this and it will be listed on my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.